Hey guys, this is Sven here. I wanted to walk you through the checklist of your pre-discovery meeting. You can find this pre-discovery meeting checklist as well in your membership area. And of course, you can read over it and see what is all there. But I think like having a little bit of a short voice message to highlight what is really important will definitely set you up for the races. So let's go together over it. The pre-discovery meeting checklist is designed to make sure that once you start connecting with the investor and the investor invites you for a meeting, that everything that gets thrown to you is being taken care of. So what will typically happen, right? You're going to engage with investors, and the moment your email, your social message lands in their inbox, that's the moment where their discovery starts, who you are, what you do, and how everything is literally, if everything is literally okay. This is where your first impression gets designed. So there's two options. Option number one, you haven't completed anything. And option number two is you have prepared everything what you need to prepare, and therefore you will get a better first impression. And that first impression is literally is a make it or break it, right? So what I would like to invite you, run this checklist against your current activities will help you avoid easily unnecessary mistakes. Below you'll find a checklist with items we recommend you to checkbox before you book your investor discovery meetings. This to make sure you are presenting yourself literally in the best way possible and leave a killer impression. In the event you have certain software not activated or in use, please visit our recommended partner software list to make things easy for you. If you go into the membership area, you will see that we have a few of our favorite software that we are using. Think about Calendly, Zoom, Mixmax, Crunchbase, DocSend, all of these software partners that automate your discovery process. And I would strongly recommend you to check them out. Some of them are free. Other ones we have negotiated a discount for you. So please click that button and sign up for that specific software package, because it will make things way easier. So we differentiate this discovery meeting checklist in actually a few items. And we start with the internal matters. The goal is here, you want your team to be at the same page as you and avoid them to answer potential investor questions in a silly way. So let me share a little bit more. Let's say you are running your discovery meetings and you're meeting these investors, then very likely that some of these team members will, for example, check the LinkedIn of some of your team. Or they will drop a message on, for example, social media or in an email. Or in a more like advanced stage of fundraising, they will connect in person to check out your office and how your activities are going. Now, the last thing that you really want is that if this investor is asking casually in your office or otherwise online some questions about your fundraise, and your team is not even knowing what's going on, that shows that your team is not on the same page. That shows that not all noses point into the same direction. And it could leave the investor with the impression that you are not well organized. So a simple email, write an email update to your team about your current fundraising activities, share how much capital do you raise, share certain detailed questions about the business, should be discussed always with the management. So if questions are literally going too deep, right, let them not answer it. in what areas of your business you will use the investment. Let's say you're going to expand to other countries. Let's say you're going to grow your tech team. Let's say you're going to double down on your online ads. Everything of these matters. Is just very important that your team knows what it's all about. And you can imagine from a positive point of view that if your team is answering like, oh yes, oh great, I have heard that we are looking for funds. Yes, we are expanding into Vietnam and the Middle East. The fact that your team is able to feedback an investor reactively, which means answering his questions, or proactively, that just shows that you have arranged your business. Additionally, share your mission and vision. Make sure that your team knows exactly what are you up to, what is your business all about, and what are your larger goals, your vision that you want to achieve. Also, not something that we can overlook is that you need to notify your pool of investors, your angels or your current VCs, that you're raising capital. So in the event someone is reaching out, then the investor is not thinking like, okay, what are you talking about? Who is this? And you will avoid awkward situations. Now again, why we're doing this is as well to make sure that you are leaving a great first impression, right? It's all about that. Then another part is that if we are reaching out to these investors, we want to share a teaser with them. So you have made an investment teaser explaining in high level your business. You need to have it ready before you reach out to your investors and to request for a discovery meeting. You have uploaded the PDF of your teaser to DocSend.com to track visits and views. So please go in the membership area, go to DocSend.com and open up an account. I have as well uploaded in the membership area how you need to do that, because it's a very easy, sneaky way to track visits and views. So how does that work? You send an email, there's a link. By the way, it also avoids heavily big-sized files. No investor likes that. They click on it and they can check your teaser. And then because they need to leave their email, we see exactly who has been responsive, who has been regularly reviewing your deck or your teaser, and more important is how often do they return. This gives you a very interesting insight which investor is really doubling down on your business and which investor is not so interested. And therefore you can use your time in a better way to reach out and connect with those that are show sincere interest. You have email protected the document so you can track. You've checked that all the URLs works, is available under the designated URL and works as well. All links on the teaser page are correctly working and redirecting to the page you designed it to be. This we're just going to do different.